Hello everybody, Digital Sticks here, and I've been a little bit busy, as I've been saying, on the home front. Right now, this is where a roof repair has led to on my back porch. So I've got to, gotta watch my step because not everything's passing down. But so I tried to keep it simple when fixing the roof, but it was a bad design that caused the problems to begin with. There's no reason for it to not have better slope than it has. I'm just kind of stuck with that, but the end had like a three board wide header that was level. So got this next to nothing slope. It's got shingles. It should be roll roofing or something different if it has to be that kind of a slope. And then at the very end, it was flat. And so water literally pooled at the end, even before there was any damage. And of course, once there was damage, things were sinking in. And so, pretty bad. You can see I'm missing some framage there. So I'm in the process of putting up new posts that are going to be here. And I'm putting a beam up. And this has been tricky to sort out, but one of the problems I've always had with this porch is the roof stopped a little bit shy of where the porch stopped, which meant water splashed on the porch and splashed back. So the space that I've taken off, that's going to be cut off the porch, is going to be about 3 planks wide from where the post originally was. The deck's going to stop basically this 3 inches ahead of those posts. Those are kind of, anyways, the posts are going to go there too, but that's going to be a double wide beam basically, because there's going to be another, this other board goes in the front. 2 of these are going to make the beam at the top. And I was really stumped on how I was going to get this beam on there, how I was going to attach it and everything else. And the bottom line is, ordinarily, that's not how a porch or a roof would be built. It wouldn't be, you wouldn't have the roof up, then attach a beam to it, then run post. So now, instead of, that was just a safer way to do it. I can measure it and be working with 1 post at a time. But I've gotten my measurements now, or at least enough measurements I can calculate the length of my posts. I'm doing this without any money too, so I could buy a couple things, but I'm not just simply running to the lumber store at these current prices. Anyway, so to negotiate, I had 1 post on hand already, long post, and originally I wasn't going to make these others go all the way to the ground. They were going to go to the top of 2 of these. But I've got to raise that beam in 1 shot, so the beam's got to be attached to the posts before they raise. So all 3 posts that are going right here are going to have the beam on it. I got to negotiate it. Anyways, we'll see how fun that is to wrestle when I have to. But I borrowed a post from over there that obviously wasn't load bearing because it wasn't attached well enough to bear any load. So if it's supposed to be, then there's already problems, but I don't think it, apparently it's just cosmetic. I'm about to steal this one too. Stealing this post caused me a problem with my railing. So I had to tear down my steps. Originally I was just going to cut it, trim it to one side, and it was going to be a quick adjustment. And I didn't mind doing it because the way it was already situated, the runoff over here landed on the railing and on the steps, and they were slicker than hell anytime they were wet. So it's had some close calls, so needed to fix that anyways. Well, discovered rot down there. I've already hammered it out. So I mean, that's it. The wood that's left is solid. This is just what was rotted out. So still, I already know I've got trouble with this at the end, but that was concerning. As long as I'm still decent to that post, we got to deal with this later. Anyways, the railing and the stuff from the porch was really dirty. So this I haven't cleaned yet, but this was the other side. This is not the side that was always getting soaked by the roof. This is the other side, so it's still not great, but it's not bad either. So then we come over here, and this is just to begin with. I've actually cleaned up pretty well. I mean, I don't mind replacing a board or two if need be, but I really don't see any reason not to just go back with all this. There's nothing damaged to the point that it's going to shorten the life of the structure. Now, some of the steps were starting to rot on those edges, so I'll have to see what they look like when I trim them down. But when I cut off, either side would catch leaves and stuff, so that's where most water damage would occur. But anyways, so yeah, this is why my content has been so lacking on the channel. Now I could be doing DIY content, but honestly, this isn't a DIY project. This is a engineering project. You know, there's no videos to watch on this. I mean, other than if I needed help, like, oh, I got to measure this. How would I measure this? You know, if I needed to, like, I could probably look at that. But I had to figure out so much stuff already that I just figured it all out. So that's that. But so that's where I've been at. I've got storms coming in today, so I'm hoping to at least get this beam situated. And so that was going to be my priority. Originally, my original plan, if I'd been able to put the beam up there and attach posts one at a time, then I could do that next. But since that's not how I can do it, then for some reason, either that just caused me to notice something I didn't notice or whatever, but I'm going to continue to shore up my other joists here that need shored up. And I'm in the process of working on this one. This thing went together like a full-on puzzle, but the goal was to have the nails only faceting things together, but not bearing the load. So the nails are not meant to bear loads. They're meant to hold things together. So everything here is attached. There's nothing just wedged in. It's all actually attached. And then is all transferring its weight at either end of any board. It's transferring to the ground. So that is solid every which way. It's better than the original. And of course, it's only going to be even stronger when there's a deck board up here. It could be really strong if I put in an extra set of nails. I don't know that I'm going to do that. By fixing it this way, I've got all the strength I need, but I can keep my nail pattern on the top. It doesn't have to look like a patched together deck when it's done. And I've had this deck apart before in this section, just kind of the center section here, and I had temporarily spliced in some boards and worked with it. I knew it was just kind of a temporary fix, but it was still holding up. The deck wasn't forcing me to do this. The fact that I couldn't just simply patch in to the existing roof and stick with what was already there kind of forced me to have to go to a deeper level and reach the point that I couldn't justify stopping short of just fixing this right. And you know, so this is going to be fixed right. You know, it'll be obvious that it was some repair if anyone tears it back apart, but it's going to be as good as new function-wise, and better than it ever was new, because this person, whoever built this originally, just put 12 by 2 or 12 by 2s, yeah, on the concrete. And that's a bad idea. Even though they were weather treated, or hopefully they're weather treated, they should have been. They're not designed to just soak in water, and so water gets on this slab. Didn't help that the roof didn't go past the slab, and the roof still won't go past the slab, so I don't know what I'm looking at there. I can always cut the slab if I really get that determined to fix it. I'll see what I got to do. I'm not in a big hurry to do that though. My luck, I'd try to trim the slab, and you know, I can cut a line and then I can chisel it out from there. But my luck, I would go to do that and find out it's like just an illusion, and the actual slab is pretty thin and starts further back. Anyways, I don't know what I'm getting into if I try to do that. So anyways, I digress. This is where I'm at. So my avatars look better, certainly, especially after working on something like this in the heat. But I'm also, these headphones that I have on right now, they actually have haptic bass, and I use them to help with my eye exercises, and hoping it may help just with ADD in general too. But the haptic bass means it's vibrating, and it's just awesome. I'm listening to a mix I made yesterday that I didn't think really went very well, and I've really enjoyed it. I've listened to it several times now. Anyways, it's not perfect, but I wasn't even, trying, but I actually did some experimenting that failed. But it's been really enjoyable, and the thing is with this haptic bass, you sound like you got the bass is bumping. It gives you the illusion of having the bass bumping, but you're really not destroying your ears like you would if you actually had that mix going on from actual bass. At least it's not supposed to be, so that's really cool. They weren't, well, these are the ones with noise canceling. Since I had ADHD in mind, having noise canceling is something that may be helpful as well. So, going for the haptics for the vision treatment, might as well go for the noise canceling for the ADD. So, and anyways, they're working out pretty good. And this is the first time I've actually used them while working. And yeah, it's been great. So. Go full throttle. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and this will take forever to upload with DSL. That's another reason why I don't upload a lot of real life content. These videos are massive on my phone, and so yeah, takes a little bit longer to upload. Alright, I'm out. Take care.